Sean ustedes bienvenidos a SesioneS. Mi nombre es Alejandro Franco y hoy tengo unos invitados. ¿Qué digo invitados? Unos invitadazos. Como ustedes saben, desde siempre las bandas no solamente se conforman con tener sus propios proyectos, sino que hacen proyectos alternos que a veces agarran tal energía y además tal importancia que se convierten en algo más que proyectos alternos. El día de hoy tenemos un gran ejemplo de esto y además... y lo digo de manera personal, uno de los mejores discos que se hicieron en el 2009. Sean ustedes bienvenidos. Y así, sin más ni más, los dejo con los maravillosos The Dead Weather.
To my motor all day long. We go down to Texas, to Montreal. I love the weather, keep the sea. When the water gets hot, both hands in the sea. You got my attention. You got it all. I can take the trouble. I'm 60 feet tall. Take the trouble. I take you all. Grab coffee, one more cigarette, one more morning trying to forget. If I had a chance to join your dance, I wouldn't like to bet your game was something, yeah. Oh, what a shame it ain't natural for you, baby. It's a sin, but you know you just can't win when you are in. Yeah, when you are in. Yeah, you used to ride on buses. You take a Greyhound down to Birmingham, but now you go by aeroplane, honey. Nothing to bring you down, and I know that nothing can. Oh, what a shame, not natural for you, baby. It's a sin, 'cause you know you just can't win when you are in. It's dark and lonely, but you are in your brand mode. You're living way up in Manhattan now, but I'm still somewhere way down in Savannah, way down below. What a shame it ain't natural for you, baby. That's a shame. You know you just can't win. You know you just can't. Oh, you know just can't win when you are in. There's a bullet in my pocket, burning a hole. You're so far from your weapon and the place you were born. There's a bullet in my pocket, burning a hole. You're so far from your weapon, you wanna go home. I try to give you whiskey, but it doesn't work. Suddenly you're begging me to do so much worse. I do it from in a hole. You're so far from your weapon and you wanna go home. You wanna get up and go. I said no, you wanna get up and go. You wanna get up and go. I said no, you wanna get up and go. You wanna get up and go. I said no, you wanna get up and go. You wanna get up and go. I said no, you wanna get up and go.
The Dead Weather está en sesiones. Welcome, guys. Please. How are you? Nice to meet you. How are you? It's a pleasure. How are you, Alison? Nice to meet you. Don't worry. How are you, Jack? How are you? Please take a seat. Okay. How are you guys?
Well,
Well, great.
Well.
Doing it great with your tour.
yeah, so far so good.
All around the world, I think. Is this difficult to touring with these new guys?
A little bit, no.
A little bit.
No, it's great. It's great. It's not difficult at all.
But you were used to tour, I imagine, with a really, really small crew, and you are with this huge, the Dead Weather crew, and how
I
is
don't know. I love it. I love lots of people being around all the time. It's a lot more fun.
I know you have told the story a lot of times, but do you think this is kind of an accident or something? Yeah?
The band?
Yeah, the band.
Yeah, it's a happy accident, I guess. It's not, I think it would have been different if we sat down and said, oh, we want to try to put some new thing together where I'm going to play drums and all this is going to happen. I don't really know if it would have picked this sort of music or whatever. It just came out naturally, you know. And it just felt so right. It felt so different than all of our other bands, too. It didn't feel like we're trying to rehash something else we've created in our lives years ago or something like that. It felt inspiring.
Did you ever think maybe to be in this rock band thing and touring all over the world, visiting Latin America and all the stuff with the Dead Weather?
I certainly hope so. I mean, when we started it, I think we originally thought we would do maybe a week's worth of shows, and then it turned into a year and hopefully a second record. So it's exceeded my expectations for sure.
But what about the album? When did you decide to make this wonderful Horehound?
That's what he was saying, kind of with a happy accident. That we were on tour with the Raconteurs, me and Jack, and Alison was with us supporting with the Kills, and Dean just happened to come to the last show, and we just got drunk and decided to make a band on the way home. So
That was 1 year ago. We had our 1 year anniversary last week. So
The best choices that you take in life must be drunk or something. It's the same for me with the show. I was drunk.
yeah.
Well, what about the composition thing in the album? I'm very curious about it because of the
yeah.
lyrics, because of the way that is taped.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on drums, so a lot of the songs I wasn't generating the songwriting on. It was sort of more the structure, so you see a lot more writing from Dean and LJ compared to like the Raconteurs record before that. So I think we're all writing in different ways. Allison's playing more guitar on this record and all that. So I think we're all doing something we weren't doing before.
What about the covers? You did New Pony from Dylan, and you also did Gary Newman's. That I have to say, I'm a huge fan of Gary Newman.
He's great.
And it's funny because your song of Gary Newman, Our Friends Electric, is like the original, and when I hear Gary Newman's, it's like a remix or something like that. When did you decide to do these couple of covers?
That was the first day we got together a year ago when we thought we'd just do a 7-inch single together. So we thought, well, let's start with that song. I just thought it's a song none of us have played before, and I really like it, and maybe you guys can get something from it. So we tried that, and it felt good, and pretty soon we were writing songs. We had 3 or 4 more that day, and Enough Water, which we're going to play today too. So, and that's the last song on the album, and it's also become the last song of our set. Every night, and I don't know, it just feels came out of nowhere, and it seems to be like that's sort of in essence, I think, what the band wants to do together.
Vamos a un corte de Dead Weather. Está aquí en la casa, no se vayan. Ya de regreso con The Dead Weather, que el día de hoy visitan Sesiones. Thanks again, guys, for being here on the show. How long do you want to go with this project? Maybe our second album, or you are not thinking about it?
I haven't really thought about it, but I think as long as it makes sense, and as long as we love doing it and people want us to do it, and I guess there's a million factors that, it depends on.
Jack, tell me something about Thurman Records, about the history. What are you doing right now with new bands besides Dead Weather? And all
Well,
stuff?
last year, actually, this was the first album that I recorded in the studio I designed, Third Man Studio. I built, and then I also built a headquarters for a vinyl record label. So that's all in Nashville. And this was the first album recorded at that studio, and the first single put out, the first 7-inch put out, and the first full-length album put out, Third Man, through this new system. And it's just an idea of me producing bands that come through town or small projects, which this was supposed to be a small project, a 7-inch, and it turned into something bigger. But I'm glad because that's this system we've sort of set up as helps facilitate these kind of ideas, lets these things happen, lets a band like this happen that didn't exist a year ago.
But you're also in the movies, not only with the Rolling Stones or in It Might Get Loud. You're also with Thurman Films or something like that.
Yeah, we have a part of the company called Third Man Films, and we're doing a White Stripes documentary right now. We just premiered at the Toronto Film Festival a couple weeks ago, called Under Great White Northern Lights. It's about our tour of Canada.
Alison, which could be the most fun part to be in this band? I think you guys have a lot of fun. I have the sense.
Shooting guns is good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was pretty fun in the first. In the Treat Me Like Your Mother video.
Until Jack gets hurt. No.
He didn't. No, that was really great. Training with machine guns and getting to do that in the desert was pretty cool. And yeah, we have a good time.
Are you aware about the fans through the internet and all this new shit in the music industry?
Oh yeah, it's kind of hard to get away from any of it. It's always, and now it seems like it's very hard to escape any of it. It's always in your face or internet, but I don't know. You try to keep up with it, but there's only so far you can go, or you just want to play music, so I don't know.
I wonder if Jack White's Twitter and use MySpace and Facebook and all this stuff. Do you care about it?
I've heard of it. Well, Third Man Records, our label, we have now a subscription service, sort of like a club where everyone gets involved, and we put out songs and live footage and photographs and all kinds of things, poetry that have to do with the artist on Third Man that people sign up to, and there's things involved with it like Twitter and that get people's attention to come to see a live broadcast of things. We'll do a song, maybe, us just play an acoustic song, we'll put it out to the people in this club called The Vault. And so that's about my extent as computer knowledge, it's that.
Did you use computers a lot in the recording process?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. It was a 8-track tape machine, so completely analog.
And that sounds great, I have to say, you guys.
Yeah, it has more feel to it, and I hope that it's too bad that tape is getting so expensive now because it's rarer and so few people are using it. But it has such a better, more soulful tone, and I think the problems that people have with modern music nowadays of how they feel about it, that they're not as happy about it. I think it has a lot to do with the digital recording process.
Do you like this new music industry, back to the track again, where you don't depend with these huge companies in the record industry and all the stuff?
I think major labels have always been a good thing, but the problem now is just the internet and digital technology. I think that's chipping away at music and artists being able to make a living and being able to survive. I think people don't think very much about stealing the music, but it's okay one at a time, but at the end, what we're going to end up seeing is you're not going to see albums anymore. Major labels are going to fall, and they're not going to have the money to put into signing younger bands, and you're going to miss out on a lot of music. So I hope people start paying attention to that in the next few years.
Do you still see your career as an industry, as a way to make money, or you are only now doing this kind of wonderful things?
It's a necessary evil. I mean, if you love a band like the Ramones, I mean, if you don't buy their records, then they wouldn't be able to make music,
sure.
So thank God a major label signed the Ramones and was able to keep them alive. You know,
Yeah.
it's a two-way street.
Okay, guys, I want to thank you all again for being here on the show.
Thank
Can we hear more from your stuff,
Of
please?
course.
Okay, thanks a lot. The Dead Weather aquí en Sesiones.
You know I look like a woman, but I cut like a buffalo. Stand up, tall like a tower, then I fall like a domino. You can hit me if you want to, hey. Whatever makes you happy, but don't take it easy on me. I never take it easy. You're a brick with a pen, woman. Wake me up when it's broke. All I am is broken. I treat you like a joke, but you can't tell when I'm joking. I got a record on my dog, yeah. The back is not broken. Got a record on my throat. Oh, the record's not broken. Thank you, Joey. Is that you, Joey? Oh, you're just joking. You know I look like a woman, but I cut like a buffalo. Let me got what is broke. Hey, just like a woman. I'm breaking up my door in it. Hey, break me wide open. You can hit me if you have to. Whatever makes you happy. But don't take it easy on me. I never take it easy. You know I look like a woman, but I cut like a buffalo. Stand up, tall like a tower, then I fall like a domino. You're a brick with a pin, woman. Push it into my skin, girl. you're pretty queen, you're pretty in the pretty in the line. You're pretty queen, you're pretty in the pretty in the line. Who's got it figured out? I got it figured out. Who got it figured out? They say. Who got it figured out? Left right, yeah. Who got it figured out? They say. Now you do believe it.
Bueno, ya estamos llegando al final del maravilloso programa del día de hoy. Me decía un amigo ahorita, y lo voy a citar, que tocan en Expert, sin duda alguna. Y le quiero agradecer mucho a Dean Fertita, le quiero agradecer, por supuesto, a Jack Lawrence, a Alison Mosshart y al maravilloso Jack White de haber estado aquí en el programa del día de hoy. Mi nombre es Alejandro Franco, les agradezco mucho que hayan estado aquí con nosotros. Gracias por vernos y los dejo de nueva cuenta con The Dead Weather. Hasta la próxima.
set sail, will there be enough wind? When I set sail, will there be cool water. In a cool way. Just because you caught me, does that make it a sin? Yeah, just because you caught me.